Have you ever noticed that there are literally zero videos on YouTube about what questions you need to ask the previous au pair? And this is such an important part of the process. It's crazy. Hey, what's up? Hey, what's up, au pairs? So I was recently on YouTube and I noticed that there are so many videos about what questions you need to ask your future host family, and even a video I made for host families about what questions they need to ask you, the au pair. If you haven't seen either of those videos, then they'll be on screen now, and the links will be down in the description below, so you should definitely check them out after this video. It then occurred to me that there are no videos about what questions you need to ask the previous au pair. And this is one of, if not the most important conversation that you need to have, because the previous au pair will be able to tell you exactly what it is like to live with that family. Today I've written down the top 10 questions you need to ask the previous au pair, and if you don't, well then, good luck to you. Let's get right into it. Question number 1, what are the parents really like? So this would be their personalities, their interests and hobbies. Question number 1, what are the parents really like? So their personalities, their interests and hobbies, their parenting styles. You need to find out as much about these people as you can, because you're going to be living with them for a whole year, maybe even 2 years. And you need to kind of be friends in some regard, because you can't just have an employer-employee relationship, because those in the au pair community do not end well at all. So question number 2 would be, what are the kids really like? So a lot of these questions would be the same as what you ask the parents, with some additions such as, what is their favorite food? What are they allergic to, if anything? What are their favorite things to do? And what is their behavior really like? You're going to be spending a year, you're going to be spending a lot of time with these kids, and by the time you leave, you're going to literally know them like the back of your hand. Question number 3, how do you discipline the kids? So this is a pretty straightforward question. If they misbehave, do you send them on a timeout? Or if they throw a rock at a window and it breaks, do you send them out to go and get a job so that they can pay for it? Don't do that. But this is a conversation that you need to have with the previous au pair as well as the host parents. But it's better with the previous au pair because he or she is currently dealing with them and they will know the best route to take to correct certain behavior. Question number 4, what is your schedule? This would probably be one of the more important questions that you need to ask, and you can ask the host parents this question, and I mean they will kind of tell you, but it would be way better to ask the previous au pair, as they will be able to give you a more in-depth explanation and kind of a whole rundown of how their whole day goes, and this would be way better than any answer that the parents could give you. They've also been doing it for a whole year, so they should be pretty efficient at it by now. Question number 5, how was it in the beginning and do you have any advice? So every au pair is different and they will handle situations differently. But you can ask things like, how was it in the beginning when you first met the parents? Was it awkward? How did you get over that? What are some of the first things I should do when I get there? Well, I mean, some of the first things that you should do when you get there would be get your social security number, but I think you can only get that maybe 2 weeks after you've been there. And then get a bank account and then your driver's license. Those are the 3 most important things that you need to get. So you can ask the previous au pair how they went about getting these 3 things and just any advice about the beginning stages that they wish they had known. This week's shout out goes to American Au Pair Host Mom. Thank you so much for watching my videos and supporting my channel. I really do appreciate it. If you would like to be next week's comment winner, all you have to do is like this video, subscribe to my channel and leave a comment down below. Question 6. Where did you do your credits, or where did you take part in a language course? If you're au pairing in America, then you have to fulfill an educational requirement of 6 credits per year at an accredited institution. If I were you, I would definitely ask the previous au pair what they did to fulfill their educational requirements. In my first year, I went to a community college and did a PC technician course. And in my extension year, I took part in an au pair weekend program where I met so many other au pairs, and that's the route that I would recommend to all new au pairs. This part of the program can be a little scary, so I would recommend that you ask the previous au pair what they did so that you kind of have an idea already of what you can do and where you can do it. But if you're au pairing in a different country and you would like to take part in a language course, then it would be better for you to ask the previous au pair where they did their language course, because it would make your life so much easier. Question 7, how did you spend your vacation time and your travel month? As an au pair, you get 2 weeks of paid vacation, as well as 30 days at the end of your year called your travel month, and there's so many things you can do. In my first year, I used that vacation time to go back home to South Africa to surprise my family for Christmas. That video will be linked here in the top corner or down in the description for you to see. In my extension year, I used it throughout the year to go on little trips with my friends, like the time we went to LA. For their travel month, many au pairs will find travel buddies and go on a road trip to many different states around the country. For the more adventurous au pairs, like the au pair that was before me, he went to Hawaii for his travel month and he said it was absolutely beautiful, but it was just super expensive. And then you get those au pairs who are just done with the program and just want to go home already, and they don't even use their travel month. It's a great question to ask because you can find ideas which you may have never even thought of. Question 8, how did you spend your free time? By asking this, you'll be able to find out a little bit more about the au pair and if you share similar interests. If you do, then you'll know exactly where to go when it is your free time. Question 9, what is there to do in the city? So this would be things that are not related to what the previous au pair was doing with their free time, but rather these would be other activities or points of interest around the city which would be really cool to check out. So maybe there's many museums or hiking trails or just really cool events. This is just to give you a broader view on what there is to do in your new city. Question number 10, if you could go back and change one thing about your au pair year, what would it be? I think this is a great question to end off on, as I believe that many, if not all au pairs, have some regret about their au pair year, even if it's just a small one, which they wish they could go back and change. So for me, it was that I never set up boundaries with my host family right from the beginning. And the second one would be that it took me a really long time to start venturing out by myself to meet people and make friends. This is valuable information, and it is way better to learn from other people's mistakes than to have to make them yourself and then learn from them. If you've made it this far in the video, I just want to say thank you so much, and I really do appreciate you sharing your time with me. So that's it for today's video. If you enjoyed it, leave a like. It really does help, and it's super easy. Yeah, let me show you. So all you have to do is hover over the little like and click, and while you're there, you might as well hit subscribe for more helpful au pair videos. What would you like to know about the previous au pair? Leave it in the comments below so I can check it out. I hope you have a great day, and I shall see you around. Bye. So this is a pretty straightforward question. Straightforward. So this is a pretty straightforward. Okay. And they would probably be pretty efficient by now. My voice like went hee. And they'll be probably pretty